Member for Richmond, Queensborough.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. In the wake of an Oscar win for The Whale, a horrifically discriminatory movie that uses fat suits, and don't be mistaken, a fat suit is just blackface in another context, and a storyline to paint the protagonist as grotesque, pitiful, it's well beyond time we talk about fat phobia. We talk about racism, homophobia, transphobia, ableism, sexism, but we don't address the systemic oppression that affects people who live in large bodies. Fat phobia is the implicit and explicit bias that is rooted in a sense of blame and presumed moral failing. Being fat is highly stigmatized in culture. Anti-fatness is intrinsically linked to anti-blackness, racism, classism, misogyny, and many other systems of oppression. Often it is blaring and obnoxious, but more often than not, fat phobia is less overtly mean and instead cloaked in concern for the fat person. Your mom clipping articles about how being at a higher weight causes worse COVID complications. It's actually way more complicated than that. Sometimes it looks like unsolicited suggestions to exercise or subtle weight loss advice. Or fat phobia can come out as a classic microaggressions. You have such a pretty face. The unspoken part, the rest of you, not so much. There's this mistaken belief that if you diet or you eat a certain way, you can control things. But there's more and more evidence that we are largely not in control of our body size. The harmful effects of fat phobia are a constant for people in larger bodies, and it is more intense for women. Higher weight people of color also face dual stigmatization that can compound things like the wage gap and medical discrimination. Experiencing weight stigma has real-life effects. The stress and repeated trauma that aggressions create leads to more illness. It causes anxiety, depression, poor body image, poor self-esteem. Women earn less as they gain weight. People, especially women seen as fat, get poorer medical care. This is a life and death issue for many. It destroys people. It's up to us, Mr. Speaker, to make this world a better place for everybody. Let's do that.